You guys liking it out here, huh? All the hay and stuff. Not quite so cold. Ash, why don't you show everybody how good you're walking, right? So I have to be careful not to hurt that leg. Hi, Elvis. And Gronk is the little... That's Gronk. I can usually tell Gronk because we have the 3 buffs. I can usually tell Gronk because she is a little bit lighter than the other 2. She doesn't have a beard, so 2 of them don't have beards. 1 does, but she's smaller. And she's the drama queen. You can look sideways at her and she will squawk, squawk, squawk like you're killing her. But, it's like 35, 36, so it's relatively warm out here. And I cleaned out the goose house and threw all the shavings and stuff out here, so it kind of helps them get outside more. They don't like the snow. It's cold. Jeez, you guys. I can barely open the door. Who's been digging here? Huh? Who did this? You guys, seriously. What would we do if you locked me out? Who would feed you? Get this all in. I know, right? Feed me. Feed me. You're doing the do thing today, huh? Yep. Do, Mama. Do. And for the love of chickendom, will you please stop being broody? I almost have her broken. I just keep kicking her out. I bet you, yep. She found an egg and she's like, oh, I'll keep that warm for you, Mama. Oh, look at that little sneak. Is that another one in there? Oh, there is. There's 2. I got 2 eggs in 1 day. 2. 1, 2. I think that's the first time that has really happened in like 4 weeks. Because we're in winter and they slow down. You mad at me? I know, you're mad at me. At the end of this video, I have a serious conversation to have with you. So this is one of those cozy coop heaters. So it does help heat this space a little bit. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? That's not yours. Those are not yours. Those are mine. I know. Did you lay one of those? Thank you. But, so they do have the option to go all out here, but they do have this little space in here. I don't close it off. So I guess if they're just, it's a little cold, they come in here and they can lean up against it, but it's not meant to really heat. It's just meant for them to kind of lean up against if they need to. What? I know you're thinking that, like, when I stop you, I know you're thinking that if I, like, go away, you're going to go back and sit broody, aren't you? We'll have to check on you. All right, little Miss Dew. I'm taking these eggs because I don't trust you. remind me of Rod Stewart. That do. The whites I didn't let out today. They had yesterday out. They have a cozy coop heater in here too. You're the one who did it. You're the one who's burying the door. Jeez, girl. Just getting down to dirt there. Hi, Freddie. Hi. What are you doing, handsome? What are you doing? See, it's nice and warm in here. Nice and warm in here. Oh. Oh. Did you just try to peck me? Sassy boy. And their poofs really are getting big. I need Bill to help me. Huh. So I can't see, Mama. I can't see. Like they've all like kind of gone through a mold. And except for like one, they can't see anything. I might try the rubber bands again. I tried rubber bands once, but they just scratch it right off. I almost stepped on you guys. Why do you need to be at my feet, huh? You have treats. This is a vitamin water day, which is why it looks so kind of gross. Molasses, poultry cell, and some B12, liquid B12. And I've changed everything with their food. Mama left the door open. Where are you going? Nope. Nope. I don't want the other girls to beat you up. I know. Not today. Not today. You guys stay in there. So if you guys have been watching our videos for a little while, we have our big coop, which there's nobody in right now. My plan was to try to set it up so I could have, not necessarily babies, but babies that were maybe like a month or two old, when they were just starting to get too big for the house. I was going to try to heat it a little bit and have, like little boxes that would be like heaters and stuff. So the heaters, those cozy coop heaters, would heat that small space. And they could go in and out, but it would be 30s, 20s, 40s. And a lot of people say, don't heat your coop, don't heat your coop. I use the cozy coop heaters. I couldn't find anywhere where it could start a fire, but Bill's an electrician. He's like, anywhere there's electricity, you can start a fire. The heating lamps scare me. I know that there's people out there who have used them for decades and haven't had a problem. But with my luck, I would be the one that would lose all of this and all my chickens. And that would be devastating because it's taken me a couple of years to get the flock I have and hopefully get more, make a little bit of money, enough to like cover feed and stuff. But, oh, and by the way, I'm going to start calling this the barn. It's not really a barn, but it's getting there. So I have struggled, you guys, with my setup. This structure here is made from cattle panels. So it's pretty stiff. But I have this tree through here. So when it really rains, this gets wet and then moisture gets in this area. And one of the things you want to do is keep a chicken's area dry as possible. So all the moisture that comes in here is really bad, but I can't remove this tree. And I can't figure out like how to make this area sufficient for the chickens, so I'm not freezing them or killing them or whatever. The moisture is the worst thing though than the cold. But so basically I've been racking my brain, upset, can't figure it out. With my health issues, I couldn't build anything. The only thing I built was a wall, and I put that door in, and that helped. That was like more secure. I think it would take a bear a little bit longer to get through it. But you like that? But the moisture, and a lot of it is covered with plastic, which I think I'm starting to learn is maybe not such a good idea, because it doesn't really, like if it was wood and stuff, I feel like it would breathe a little bit more, whereas it really, the condensation can build up. So let's talk about that. About a month ago, I thought I had enough ventilation on these sides to where there's a cross breeze, but I walked in here one morning and it was raining in here because it had been really cold during the night. The moisture had frozen on the ceiling, and it was sunny and warmish the next day and just pouring. So again, moisture. And I was so upset because all that ventilation allows big breezes to come through. And you don't want big breezes on the chickens, right? Right. So I figured it out. I figured out a solution. So as you probably guessed, I'm always on the internet. I'm a kind of a researcher. I try to learn as much as I can, so I get a little crazy with that stuff. So I'm a part of a bunch of Facebook groups that talk about chickens. I try to absorb everything. I take notes and I keep them on my computer for a rainy day. And I ran across this woman called, her Facebook page is called Lauren Taylor Chickens. Now, she started a Silkie project, I think she said 8 or 9 years ago. And basically, she and another woman started like a new color chickens. New color Silkies. I know I'm rambling. Sorry. So, I looked at her setup. She's in Michigan. So she's only one grow zone warmer than me. So we are 5A, and I think she's like 6B. So it snows there. It gets cold there. We get up to -20, and she gets up to -10. So she has cabinets like I do out in the open. She has a big, huge run though. It's like almost her whole backyard, but it's not a covered run. It's all open. So she has, I think, 2 big cabinets that are similar, bigger than my brooder cabinet. And then dog houses. She keeps some of her flocks in dog houses. And again, she does heat everybody with a heat lamp. And I think if I was to kind of open this up a little bit more, I would probably still heat with the cozy Coop Heaters. I didn't see any of her stuff. She shows the inside of everything. None of her stuff looked insulated. And her chickens were fine. Her chickens looked all happy. Of course, the heat lamp makes it nice and warm. But it was really cool because, so she had on the ends, she had hardware cloth. So there was a lot of ventilation through these long cabinets, and I think they were like 8 foot long and like 2 foot wide. So mine is 6 foot long and 2 foot wide, but hers is taller. It looked like each Silkie section had like 3 feet, where I have 2 feet. Okay, 3 feet. I have 2 feet. And I may alter that, because with all the shavings and stuff, it just seems like they have less and less headroom. But they need all that protection. I like them to have that protection. So anyways, her cabinets, it was just a revelation to me. Their cabinets and dog houses kind of right in her backyard. So, and then they're completely closed where mine aren't closed. So she has glass doors on the fronts. And so she can see inside, and of course with the lights and stuff. It was great, you guys. And even on the dog houses, the whole front of the dog house was this big glass door. So she could totally just see the chickens and how everybody's doing. And, you know, I guess if she wasn't running the lights, they would be all kinds of lit with the sunshine and stuff. So it changed my perspective. Instead of me trying to make this whole area perfect for the Silkies, and I just can't do that, I think, without building something, like really kind of building something, having a normal roof. I don't have a normal roof. So making each of the cabinets self-sustainable. She had roofs on her cabinets though, so I would have to change that. But I think what I've done temporarily is I've tried to shut up the cabinets a little bit more. So, but ventilation, you have to think of ventilation. So this is something I bought. It's like a shade cloth, but it's not waterproof. So I'm just kind of pulling it over this side of the coop so that at night, because that ventilation up there could blow right in on them. So it's going to block direct wind. And then for Ozzy and those boys, I brought out a beach towel. And so at night, I just kind of cover it. It's you know, it's not plastic. Sorry, I got to put you guys back where you belong here. Oops, you may fall on me. Okay, I think I got it. So I at least cover that up. But I really think I'm going to head towards this kind of being just kind of a run. I might have to, no, I'm not going to worry about a roof. Not going to worry about a roof. Or I'm not going to, no. I don't know. We'll figure it out. At least I have a plan for these cabinets. Yeah, so it means I'd have to build some doors. I almost think that I wonder if we can get, this can kind of be a open covered run, like this whole wall could go. Because there's a big yard there behind us that's like in front of the goose coop. And, they could just come in here if they wanted to, if they were free ranging out there. And, but they could be in the other yard that's all fenced in. That's what she does, except she does have it all covered and stuff. So I might have to think about that. But she doesn't have geese. The geese might help me with that. But that's my plan. I feel a little bit better. I was getting frustrated because I want my chickens to be happy and healthy. And sometimes sometimes you just got to do what you can do. But it can cause some issues that you have to kind of deal with until you come up with a better solution. So that's where I was. For the cabinets, when I build roofs on them, and then I'm going to figure out how to make the breeder cabinet, like, I have to cut out the floor on that top level and just make each section 3 feet tall. So I'll have to add a little bit more to the roof. I'll cut that out so that each section has 3 feet. And then I can easily build a roof. Like, I won't need Bill to do that. That is something I can do. I built a wall. Oh yeah, and I helped build the house. But that's where I'm going next, you guys. Yeah. So next video, I'm going to talk about how I've changed feeding my chickens. So I'll tell you what I'm feeding them. I'm telling you my regimen. One of the other things I was frustrated about was I just didn't feel like my chickens were healthy enough. I just didn't feel I was seeing everybody else's chickens. And, you know, everybody is kind of coming off a molt, and I'm not meaning that, but I just feel like my chickens weren't healthy enough. So it's one of the reasons why I put the heaters in here. I hope to get 2 more heaters for there. Just to kind of give them a little extra. Yes, the Silkies don't need heat, but I would like to give them the option if they want it. And we do have some single digits coming up, so in the next couple of days. So it is going to get pretty cold. But to be honest, you guys, since I've had the cozy Coop heaters in there, they really haven't been using them that much. They haven't been using them that much. Like, I don't really find them in there a lot. There's been a couple that figured it out, but they're out here, and it's been teens and 20s here for a couple of weeks. Today's warm and it's like 35. So what do you think? Tell me what you think. Tell me any ideas. So next video, food, vitamins, all that kind of stuff. Look at her, right back at it. Hi, Miley. She's not a growler, though. A little bit. What are you doing?